Right then folks, welcome back to the Liverpool Completed playthrough. Today we bring you a game away at Watford, which is interesting because we play them again in next episode as well. It'll be interesting to see how we compare with our Premier League form and our Cup form in the FA Cup. See how strong they'll play aside. Obviously we'll weaken our side for that FA Cup game, so that'll be interesting. And of course next episode coming up as well is the Tottenham game, the EFL Cup semi-final second leg, in which it's 1-1, so that's very finely poised. Today then we're going to go up against Watford, and they're having a decent-ish season. 9th position for them is probably what they expect. Of course they're a team that rotate their managers pretty frequently, and the real story for us right now is the transfer conundrum. You'll notice a few little bits and pieces going on. We've had lots of loan offers that have been rejected for Adam Phillips, for Ben Woodburn. In fact, I think we might, if Adam Phillips gets one back in, I think we might go for it. We've rejected loan offers though for Marco Grujic and Joe Gomez. Grujic now can't be leaving because Lucas Leiva is on his way to Lazio, I hope, anyway, for 15.75 million. On the ins then, 27 million. We're looking at bringing in Inigo Martinez, a player that of course you're familiar with, and you will remember we are trying to bring in. He's had a decent season with Real Sociedad so far this year, 7.47. Hasn't been a massive amount of games, just had a little bit of an injury. And you'll notice there's one more transfer here. Peter Crouch is on the list. I'm looking for sort of a retro target man. I'm not necessarily looking for a leader in Peter Crouch, but I'm looking for something different. He's currently on 30 grand a week. It's going to cost me 170k. I want him on a 6-month deal, and he's a former Liverpool legend. So we'll see how he gets on in the Liverpool shirt. I'm hoping now, like it says there, more than that. I'm thinking June. Oh, it's 5 months, Peter. That's what I'm talking about here. If he plays 5 games, he can have an extension. We're going to lower his contract just a little bit to £35,000 a week. He's going to be a backup in our squad. He's quite happy with that. 5-month contract. He's costing me 170. He's costing me a week's wages of some of our top earners. So that's not too bad. And speaking of some of our top earners, Lucas Leiva then, 75 grand a week. He's on his way out to Lazio. A great servant for Liverpool, but at this stage in his career, he's not played any games for me this year. So to still get 13 million up front and then 15 rising to nearly 16 million overall, yeah, that's good, pretty good business for a 30-year-old, so we're going to accept that. No questions asked. Lucas then leaves for Lazio. I'm sure he'll enjoy his time there. He's been good in Italy for me in the past, so I'm sure Lazio will get the joys of his footballing ability. Joys of his footballing ability. Not many people have said that about Lucas recently. Anyway, Watford coming up then. They're predicted to play a 5 at the back style, which is a style I don't really enjoy playing. It does allow us to be a little bit more open though, but with Niang on the break with Troy Deeney, the pace and experience up front, so that's something to be, or not to be messed with. And if they do play 3 at the back, it's going to be interesting to see how we attack that. Of course, they play wing backs as well. Roberto Pereira, their key man, of course, will probably be playing in behind the striker, but based on their formation, maybe a more central role. I guess we'll see as we head into this game. As I say, they're 9th in the league. We currently sit in 2nd position, looking relatively healthy. 46 points, 47 for Spurs currently, and our Premier League form very recently has been very, very good. Apart from that one sort of little setback against Burnley we had a few episodes ago. We finished off last episode, excuse me, with a 1-0 win against Bournemouth. Late doors, it was Danny Ings, you might remember, or Dings as people think we should call him, which I quite like actually. Calling Danny Ings Dings is something I can probably get on board with. I hope he plays for Liverpool more in real life, so that becomes a thing. I can then force that upon people. I'm not going to do the press conference for the Bournemouth game, or sort of chatting a little bit about the Bournemouth game and the Watford game. I want to get straight into this one and pick up another win, and then see how we look in terms of preparation for our game against Spurs next episode. I want these transfers done at this point. Someone like Martinez will be able to play. He won't be cup-tied in the EFL Cup. Well, Peter Crouch might be, but I don't think he'd feature too much. I just think Peter Crouch is such a different option for us off the bench. Like, admittedly, he's got 2. Like, this might look stupid, right? You might look at this and go, This is just fantasy, Ben. He's never ever going to come back to Liverpool. Robbie Fowler came back at one point when he really probably wasn't as good as he used to be. Still got 14 finishing. Mental's very good. Acceleration isn't important for someone that's 6'7", in my opinion. He's got a great England record as well. I'm trying to sell this to myself at this point. Not scored for Stoke this season. Okay, right. Well, he's in the squad now, and I'm happy about that. Joel Matip, as it is. Oh, so Joel Matip's at the African Cup of... Is he at the African Cup of Nations? Is that where he's... Okay. Okay, then. Okay, right. Watford today. Right. We've just got rid of... Okay. We need Inigo Martinez quickly. He's still not joined us at this stage, by the way. Sadio Mane is still out with injury, as is Javier Pastore. Pastore 3 to 7 days, so he'll be back very, very soon. Mane 3 weeks maximum, so he'll be back soon as well. Which means Divock Origi keeps his spot on that right side of a midfield well, an attacking midfield three. Coutinho in behind Firmino, Chiesa on the left-hand side, Shan and Henderson. And this is where it gets a little bit more interesting then. Kolasinac will be at the back with Klavan and Joe Gomez. Klein on the right-hand side, and Mignolet will be in goal. Joe Gomez is a player that I think could become fantastic. At 19, though, he's still got a lot of learning to do. Can we actually shoot at Joe Gomez? So he's been shooted by Klavan, so I'm hoping his determination goes up a little bit with Mignolet in goal. Bench looks pretty strong too, I have to say. We should probably register Peter Crouch while we're here, actually. I'll get that done quickly. There we are. Peter Crouch is registered and ready. And I think we'll put him on the bench for a game against Watford as well. We'll have him on the bench instead of maybe Trent Alexander on... No, actually, we've got sort of two left, but Moreno, because Milner can play there if absolutely necessary. So Crouch is on the bench as well. This is going to be... Oh, Lallana should probably be on the bench as well. Blimey, I'm ignoring him. Ojo will set out this one. Lallana on the bench then. Right then, let's crack on. Peter Crouch needs a squad number. Do you give Peter Crouch the number 9? I mean, who else is going to take it? So I think at this point, we give it to him. I'm pretty confident he wasn't number 9 when he was at Liverpool the first time. I think he was 15. I could be wrong there. That's the sort of fact not many people would know anyway. Right, Watford. They are playing it's like a 5 and a 3. They've got like Cleverley's a decent player. Pereira, a decent player. Deeney up front, not the quickest, but again, it's been around the block a little bit, scores goals at every level of football. And then next to him, and Niang, of course, on loan from Milan. Has he signed permanently? I think there's an option for Watford to sign him permanently. 8 goals in 19 games so far this season. And he has 7.02, which suggests that either he has a very good game or he's non-existent. We'll find out today which one of those it is. I mean, let's hope it's the worst one. Passionately say then, we have favourites here. Go out there and impress me. And we should be good to go. Only one game today, and hopefully it'll just be a nice, quick routine win, and we can all go on about our day. And I love this. This angle. I mean, actually, the sunset there. Right, but Football Manager's not a pretty game. I can't even pause it. Football Manager's not a pretty game, but that there was nice. That was picturesque with the sunset in the. That was. You wouldn't think it was Football Manager, would you? Let's put it that way. As right, the game's kicked off frenetically as Chiesa just started running at them. Fitness-wise, we're okay for now. I'm not too concerned about that. We've obviously got to think a little bit about the game coming up against Tottenham in the EFL Cup. As Pereira with a free kick, the camera doesn't really know where he is. As it's out to Niang, who plays it over to Holovas. I think that's how you say his name. Cut back. Klavan heads clear towards. It's Origi picking it up, and well, he's camped in our right back area. Firmino's with him. I mean, they're our most attacking 2 players. And they're working out of the back at the moment as Henderson brings it forward with Coutinho. And he's just noticed that he's got no one with him. But Origi finally is pushed on forward. But he's tackled by Holovas. And Watford regain control of the ball. It's whether we can get Firmino isolating just one of the 3 defenders as it's played up towards Troy Deeney. And this is the sort of game where we might have to do a bit of mid-management because it's not a system I play against very often. And it could be the sort of thing where if they score early, they choose to sit back, and that would cause us all sorts of problems. Pereira then, forward to Deeney, over to Tom Cleverley. Niang's in now, shot from distance. Well, he's hit the post, my word. And it's cleared. Highlights are a little bit slow for me. I hope you don't mind. We're going to speed it up just a touch. Not too much that you can't see what's going on, but enough that we can continue without sitting here for 3 hours. It's nearly half an hour gone, and I've got to say, actually, that's not too bad. I didn't want Watford scoring an early goal. That would have been a bit of a disaster as Mignolet finds the feet of Coutinho. Chiesa Balde now brings it forward for us. I always think it's Balde Chiesa. Again, I've said about 15 different variations this year. As Henderson plays in Origi, who strike. I think I may have said shite by accident. Strike comes in. Apologies for if you thought I'd done a swear. That was unexpectedly spectacular. Coutinho into Henderson, and then Origi, I'm honest, I don't know what he's going to do, but he just leathers it at the goalkeeper, and it's a goal. I mean, that is one of the most powerful shots I think I've ever seen, and that was exceptional stuff. Oh, by the way, Tottenham away at West Brom today. That's the sort of game. Away at the Hawthorns, that's a tricky fixture. Hopefully Spurs slip up in that one. Oh, and Rondon at the half-time just scored for West Brom, so Spurs at this point then are behind. If they go into our cup game feeling a little bit sorry for themselves, then that's good. That's good for us. I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. I don't want them to get too complacent though. So I'm going to say to them, don't get complacent out there. The majority of them seem happy with that. Origi is miffed despite scoring an absolute banger, and the games get underway then for the second half. Substitute-wise, there's some options out there for us. I mean, will Peter Crouch get his debut today? That's the big question. Is Niang? Well, he's fouled by Emre Can, and they've got a free kick in a dangerous area at the start of this second half. Sorry, I always say that. I always call the second half the first half, and it quite clearly isn't. Pereira lays it off then to Holovas, and well, it's smashed clear, so I think we can probably be okay with that. Around 50 minutes gone, then still 1-0. You've got to say, we've just paused it there. Look at the match stats. We've had 3 shots, 1 on target. It's been a pretty abysmal game by all intents and purposes. Both teams keeping the ball pretty well, but in terms of chance creation, there's been little to nothing. We've both had 3 long shots, by the way. One of ours found the back of the net. We're not creating anything particularly clear-cut as, my word, Leicester beating Manchester City away from home. Vardy got 2. Danny Simpson's found himself sent off as West Brom 1-0 up, but also down to 10 men, so Spurs will have a chance to get back into that one. As we stay here then, is it Vicarage Road? Is that what it's called? Vicarage Road, yeah, of course it is, Ben, come on. Knowledge. 15 minutes to go here. I've still not made any changes. As Keita cuts inside. Oh, it goes for goal. Gomez with the save, though, and keeps it out. This is one of those games where I don't really want to... like, you've got a slim 1-0 lead. You want to kind of... I don't really want to be that proactive. I want to be a little bit more reactive, which isn't always a good thing as a manager. As I mean, the goalkeeper... Akaka scored, obviously. I don't know what the goalkeeping is. Just honest... like, I mean, we'll look at it again. Oh, Simon. We'll look at it again. I mean, Deeney plays it through. He's got... so much. I mean, Gomez is inexperienced, right? He's horrendously out of position, though. I don't know why no one's on Deeney. He's dropped into it. Like, that's quite a smart play from it. Like, in terms of a forward, right? That's quite a smart play to drop off and stick yourself in an area where you can't really be marked. The midfield and defence don't really know who to pick him up. You've got sort of Henderson here. You've got Gomez here. Gomez is sucked in, and then it gives so much space to Akaki. You'd arguably want Klein coming across to cover, but it's just good. It's good forward play, if anything. Although Mignolet, who comes on to close it down, Clavan should be sliding in. He doesn't really. Does he actually sort of poke it? Is that why it's a bit confusing? We'll watch that again. Does Clavan actually poke this in? That's what I'm thinking happens, actually. So Clavan comes across, and yeah, it deflects in off Clavan's foot, so it's not actually a great finish, as much as it's a bit of a... I don't know, is that Mignolet's waving to someone? It's a bit unfortunate, I guess, in a way. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, we've got 15 minutes to go. I'm tempted to go more direct and literally get Crouchy on there. I know that sounds awful, and that's not how I've been playing all season, but there is a temptation to do that with 15 or so minutes to go. Do we bring on Peter Crouch? I think Milner's really good at crossing, actually, as well. So I might just go... This is going to be mad, though, Ben, what you're about to do here. Are you actually going to do this? Yeah, okay. Right, so we're going to play Milner as an attacking winger on one side. We're going to play Wijnaldum as an attacking winger on the other. And then we're going to bring Peter Crouch on for Coutinho. I'm going to play Peter Crouch up top as a target man for the final... I mean, we'll play more supportively, I don't think attacking is the right thing. And we're going to go more direct. We're going to pump it. We're gonna pump it. We're gonna exploit the flanks and pump it. We're not gonna, well, yeah. I mean, we're gonna look for the overlap as well. Yeah, we are. Hit early cross. Yeah, we'll do that. Right. Okay. There's not long to go. Let's see. Let's just see. 10 minutes or 10-15 minutes. Crouch and Milner on. It's the most English of substitutions, and we've taken. They've put it into the Henderson clears it, launches it forward. Firmino's there. Right, where's Peter? He's nowhere to be seen, by the way. Firmino gets tackled. It falls to Janmat now, though, and Pereira with the ball at his feet tackled. No, not tackled. He carries on going forward. Ben Watson back to Pereira, and he's running at our back line. This is now a bit of a problem. We've got 2 players in midfield. Okay, we've got 10 minutes to go, and Emre Can. So Emre Can's now going to miss the game against Spurs, which is good, and he's also going to be sent off here. We've got it's all gone to pot, hasn't it? So right, we're going to have to just play this essentially for the last however long. This is okay. We'll just see what a temptation to do that. No, not right now. This game has gone on far. Like this is supposed to be a shorter episode. It's not now, as the time has just ticked away. I notice there's a free kick for Watford in these latter stages. It's oh my Dorothy! I thought that was in. It wasn't in. Spurs, Dele Alli, by the way, 89th minute, pulls a goal back for Spurs. They keep their 1-0 lead over us, and it's 1-1 against Watford. Away at Watford. I'm not happy with. I'm going to be aggressive here. You're not good enough tonight. I think that's the only thing I can really say. The team talk maybe wasn't the best. I told them not to get complacent. I mean, was that a stupid thing to say? I don't necessarily think it was. Defensively, by the way, 17 goals conceded this season. That's really good. We're arguably just not scoring enough. But 47 points from the first 23 games, not too bad. A point behind Spurs. There'll be no league games tomorrow, so keep an eye out for the 2 cup games we've got against Tottenham and Watford. This is a disappointment in my book, but these things do happen. Arsenal beat Chelsea as well. City and Leicester draw. Manchester United dropped points to Everton. So none of the big sides really won, apart from Arsenal, who have gained a little bit of ground. You know, it's the Southampton drew as well, and Bournemouth drew too. So a lot of draws in the Premier League today, and that's probably to our advantage. Anyway, that is going to bring us to the end. If you've enjoyed today's video, please do leave a like. Hopefully next episode we'll have some transfers as well as some cup stuff go on as well. And yeah, I'll see you for that. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And whenever it's care, remember to mention. Until next time, goodbye.